Hello everyone, so today we're going to be taking a look at Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Acqua and Valentino Uomo. Take two. Hello everyone, so today we're going to be having a look at Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life and Valentino Acqua Amara. Take three. Hello everybody, so today we're going to be taking a look at Valentino Uomo Acqua and Uomo Casual Life from Salvador Dali. Take four. Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at two new Italian fragrances.
Hello everyone, so today we're going to be having a look at a couple of recent new releases in the designer fragrance market. So it's going to be Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life, and we're also going to be taking a look at Valentino Uomo Acqua. I've just taken both of these from samples. I don't own the bottles, so these are going to be my initial impressions and perhaps initial review of these two new fragrances. So first up, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life. Okay, so this is a flanker to the original Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, which I also have a sample for comparison. And the original fragrance was very much a gourmand fragrance. The standout note in that one was the note of tiramisu. So there was this kind of sweet coffee tiramisu vanilla smell that really dominated that fragrance, and it got some very positive reviews from some people, but it was quite polarizing. Some reviewers didn't enjoy it. It was perhaps rather a cloying and syrupy sweet fragrance, so very much one that you either liked or you didn't. And for me, I didn't particularly care for it. I found it a little bit too sweet and dessert-like, and although that is in and of itself a reasonably pleasant smell, it's not one that I would want to wear as a fragrance on myself. I felt that although when you first sprayed it there was a certain yum factor, after a while wearing it I thought it would get pretty annoying and perhaps annoying to other people, so I wasn't a huge fan of it. So the new flanker then, Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life, there's how the bottle looks. So the notes in this one: in the top we've got lemon, violet leaf and cardamom. In the mid we have coffee, ambroxan and geranium. And in the base we have cashmere wood, white cedar extract and musk. So how does it smell? So with this fragrance, they've held on to just a little bit of that original smell. The coffee, there's got a note of coffee, and that sort of vanillic coffee dessert smell does persevere in there, it's still there. But they've watered it down and made it a little bit more fresh, maybe aquatic. I think the important addition there perhaps is the note of ambroxan, a sort of woody fresh note that's used in a lot of men's perfumes now, and that's really noticeable in Dior Sauvage and other things like Versace Dylan Blue. So a fresh masculine woody note that is becoming very common. You can smell that that's in there, and it makes it smell a little bit generic. It smells like a lot of other things that I've smelled in the department store, and it doesn't have anything really very appealing to me, because I didn't care particularly for the sweetness of the original. That's been toned down a lot, admittedly, as you would expect. It's supposed to be a fresh flanker, I think. It could have been called Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Sport or Acqua. It's more wearable and fresher than the original. It would be a more appropriate office scent or daytime scent. It could be worn in warmer seasons more so than the original too. However, there are a ton of other better fragrances that you can say that about, and this one it smells a little bit dull and generic. There's nothing that makes me go wow. It's not particularly zingy and beautiful and fresh in the beginning. It's just a sort of mixture of generic men's fragrance notes that is a little bit underwhelming for me. So I have to say, overall, Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life, I don't think that's going to catch on as a big hit with too many people. If you want the sweetness and the lovely dessert note that you might enjoy in the original, then you've got to go for that. If you want something more wearable and fresh, there seem to be much better options. This one is very, very underwhelming. Nothing unique about it. And rather a disappointing flanker from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo there. Moving on then, next up it's Valentino Uomo Acqua. So the original Valentino Uomo was released in 2014. I think the perfumier was Olivier Polge, the man behind the original Dior Homme, and it was seen as smelling similar to that. It didn't have iris listed as a note, but it had this slightly lipsticky iris-esque vibe about it as well, with the addition of the note of Gianduja cream, which is an Italian chocolate cream with a chocolate hazelnut mix, and it had a coffee note too, some leather in the base, and a little bit of bergamot for freshness in the beginning, and a sort of herbal note of myrtle was in there. Very nice fragrance. I really enjoy it, and I consider it actually one of the best men's designer fragrances, most interesting ones you can get out there. And indeed, the same can be said of the flanker Valentino Uomo Intense, which came out last year. This one added in perhaps a slightly more dark, powerful, masculine leather note. And it also had quite a lot of vanilla in it, and there was a strong iris note as well. So Valentino Uomo Intense is a really good alternative to Dior Homme Intense if you're looking for a sexy, seductive, metrosexual, nighttime appropriate scent with nice performance. It's an eau de parfum, and has a kind of a chocolate orange vibe to me, added to the obvious similarity with Dior Homme Intense, another iris-based fragrance. So Uomo Acqua. What do we get with this one? The bottle is very nice. The fragrance. Let's check out the notes. Well, in the top we've got mandarin and green tomato. In the mid we have sage and patchouli. And in the base we have leather and iris. So there's some similarities going to be there with the original two Valentino fragrances. The new things there are the tomato leaf, or green tomato, sorry, and the mandarin. So it opens with a really nice zingy freshness. I do like the opening, it's very pleasant. And after that, the original Valentino Uomo DNA does come through a little bit. So you get a little bit more sweetness than in your standard aqua or aquatic fresh type fragrance. And it's quite a pleasant smell that lingers around, not for terribly long. I didn't find longevity very good. I did find in the first hour, hour and a half, I did get a quite nice projection of myself, which I did enjoy. It's a pleasant scent, but it's not very exciting. There are much more exciting, zingy, fresh openings out there. Many other fragrances, of course, which give us a good citrus, aquatic feel. This one doesn't seem to leap out as anything particularly unique. What it does have is a bit of the Valentino Uomo feel with freshness. So if you really like one of the original two fragrances in this line and you just want a more fresh, wearable daytime version, this could be for you. But I would say there are better options if you want something fresh and aquatic for daytime or summer wear. It just seems to really fall in the camp of being neither one thing or the other. If I want something fresh, there are better options for me, and if I want that iris, Uomo or Dior Homme type smell, then I'd rather go for an out and out one of the originals of those two lines, where it's more of a thick, rich iris smell. So for me, flankers of these iris themed scents that are aquatic don't seem to work that well. Maybe Prada's L'Homme actually also has a really distinct iris note, and that one has a nice office-friendly kind of smell about it. It's not particularly aquatic, but it's a sort of fresher take maybe on the Dior Homme Valentino Uomo idea. This one then, for me, very pleasant, nothing to dislike about it, but underwhelming again, I'm afraid. I slightly prefer it to the Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life, but in both cases I think there are much more interesting scents out there, and they would both be passes for me. In fact, if I'm going for an aqua fragrance, you might as well just go for the original Bulgari Acqua, or one of its flankers maybe. So yeah, decent fragrances, not appalling, but nothing exciting here with either one. Uomo Acqua, probably my slight favourite, but they would both be forgettable fragrances, I think, for me. I won't be rushing out to buy a bottle. Let me know what you think. Have you tried either of these? Do you own them? Any of your opinions would be really welcome. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project, and I'll see you for the next video very soon. Bye-bye.